transition that I'm going from doing videos and teaching hydroponics, and now teaching in sustainable natural culture or SunCulture. What I'll be doing is sharing my own experience and sharing what I'm doing. For many years, I have been teaching and helping a lot of other people, and even here and there doing videos and how to do hydroponics. When I began hydroponics almost 25 years ago, it was very different. We used to do our mineral preparations or nutrients, we used to do from mineral salts or from raw mineral salts. But now the times has changed. Since then, there's no way of continue doing like that, because at the same time, now since the fertilizer became a need in the modern agriculture, which consumes a lot, since then a lot of things changed, especially the nutrients are not now natural anymore how it used to be. Now is very complex and synthetic, and because of that, in a lot of reviews about hydroponics, they say it's not natural, it's not organic anymore, because of that same situation. And because of that, it's a lot of destructions as mining for nutrients, like nutrients like potassium, calcium, and all those things. And it's not available everywhere. It's in just some specific areas. So because of that, in those specific areas, the nutrients are becoming more scarce. It's not available anymore. So in order to do hydroponics, you have to ship from far away, and that itself creates a lot of waste of energy, and it's not sustainable. And because of that, I'm transitioning now into a sustainable way of doing agriculture and doing life even. And I'll be sharing a lot of things that I learned over the years now as focusing on sustainability. So I'll be continually doing these videos and sharing with you, and also sharing from my experience in different things, how we did growing up in very sustainable way. My family was not dependent on paper money or paper economy, called the global market, or whatever you can call that, depends on paper money in order to have something. I grew up without that part. So because of that, I learned while I was growing up in exchange products from faraway places from my home village. Far away, I mean for me, by foot, and not by car or not by airplanes, but by foot. Faraway places, they came 1 day, 2 days journey and bring their products, and we gave them our products, or sometimes our people had to travel to other places where they have other things and exchange and bring it. So that's the life how I grew up. So I learned a lot of things in a sustainable way of doing things. So I'll be sharing all of those things in this transition. But I want to share some basic things this time with you guys, and I want to share about the sustainable natural cultures, what is about. Because of that, I will be sharing with you about this sustainable way of doing sustainable way of doing these things. So to do that, I want to focus in the current situation that we are living right now. We are living in the times that is self-centered economical system is destroying us. What I mean with self-centered is just only few people get big benefits in this system. The rest is a slave, and they have to work hard 8 to 10 to 15 hours in order to survive or keep up the standard of living. And I'm talking all this from the perspective of first world country. I live now here and travel all over. So that's the system that we live in, and I can tell it's totally different because I travel, as I mentioned, to different places that are poor and very basic way of life, and comparing to where I live now, it's very different. So I don't want to continue the people seeing this. I want the system that to learn, so everyone can have decent life everywhere. The only way to go in that direction is learning the sustainable way of living, and that is for everyone. So self-centered economical system is destroying us. Therefore, we must go to understand, like, the oil consumption is in the highest that we can see. It is very expensive how it becomes, and it's also becoming in very difficult way for many, and destroying in many other places as well where the oil is drilled or done, especially when, because of this, in many places they are doing even in very, that's not a natural way or in very unconventional way. So because of that, it's becoming very difficult for many, and there is lots of illegal minings and illegally doing things, so that affects a lot. So because of that, it is necessary for us to not be dependable in this system or in this perspective of doing business in this way. It's not sustainable. So like I said, mining companies are destroying everywhere, especially near to my village. Is happening destruction after destruction because of digging for so many different things, and is carelessly destroying the water system, destroying the environment, destroying the animals who live around, and in the so many different things. And it is alarming. And also, not only that, becoming to the cities, there are like one of the biggest cities in the world are very polluted, and the people are very sick because of the pollution. It creates so many things, but we live in the place that is a lot of things like that. And not only that, the trees are the ones who can clean up those pollutions from many different places. But now what's happening is even we are destroying the forests in order to produce the conventional uh, way of doing agriculture, one crop idea, which is also destroying completely. So we are desertificating in many different areas, in many different places by using and doing these things. Not only that, also because of the lack for power, because of the kind of desire for power and control, they're also going making those countries. Actually, this kid is from one of the countries that I visit and is dying like how you see it. This is the condition because they don't have enough food to grow. They don't, because of the war uh, blockades that they're doing. So these people cannot access to the food because now these people depend the food from outside. If the food could have been grown in the country in a sustainable way, this could not be happening. With no matter who is blocking the food system or whatever is happening, if we are sustainable, we can have food to survive. But that's sadly to say, and not only that, is like the other one is like we are contaminating with our own food, and so many people, myself included, now in the first world country that I live, I cannot eat any food that's available there, and it's creating in me a problem for my health, and my body is rejecting it when I eat. If I ignore it or continually ignoring it, I'll be sooner or later being sick from any kind of disease that many people, especially this new generation called the Gen Z generation, are being sick all over. It's because of the food is contaminated. So we need to go back to the sustainable way of doing growing our food. Let's avoid any unhealthy junk food, and we're gonna be better off of those things if we focus in healthy food. And we need to become sustainable. The sustainability and learning and going back to the beginning of our life on earth is the only way we can become sustainable, and going to learn about how to prepare and how to grow our food. And in the permaculture, we're going to be talking about a lot of different things in different ways. Today, we're not going to enter much in that. So our focus is going back to the beginning of life on earth. That's our main focus. So the sustainable culture focus in few basic things. The first one is giving the right value of human beings, because all the human beings are the image and likeness of God. Because of that, it has the higher value than anything else. Higher value than animals, higher value than trees, higher value than anything else, than wealth or anything. Human beings has a huge value, and I'll be sharing part by part all of these things in the later videos to come, because we are valuable. We are from different ethnic groups, different cultures, different way of doing life, and each one of them are valid, and each one of them learn some very important things. I said I traveled to different places, and in my trips I found out very similarities from South America to Central America with the North America, and also with Asia, with the original cultures. We have very similar things in so many different things. So we need to restore that. We need to help that. And the second thing is to learn and understand our role and purpose on earth. That's the second thing that I want to highlight. If we learn our role and purpose on earth, we're gonna be way better different. We don't have to be like purposeless or not knowing what to do or being careless to not take care of things around us. We need to focus in how to understand our role, each individual. We need to contribute good things to our planet where we live. We can talk about ants, for example. They have a specific purpose how to work together. They don't work separately, they don't work individually. Always they work together. As they work together, they're very successful. They prepare for the winter, in the summertime, and they can store so many things to survive during the winter. That's like tiny examples that we can observe in the nature. And we are more valuable than the ants. That's why I put first priority is put the value of human beings as it is. And one of our values, our roles, our purpose on earth is to subdue and design the land. Subduing doesn't mean only negative way, but unfortunately we use that word, or we use subdue in very negative way when it should be in the positive way. Subdue it, take control of the land, but in the positive way, to make the land flourish, to make the land change. And if there is not much happening, we can do change with the things that we have around us, with the technologies, and we can see different perspective. So that's one of the things can happen in any place that we live. If you live in the mountains, in the cold places, in the humid places, or in dry places, or in the jungles, we can do all in the regenerative way of agriculture, or we can grow in any place with no matter of the difference. And as I said, going to different cultures, we can learn to subdue. Many of our ancestors in so many different places, they did already. So we need to continue observing the nature, observing what's going on, and observing what our ancestors did, and then become sustainable. In other hot places, I learned they have the way to create some homes that is cooler than the traditional way of doing houses. So there's many ways that we can learn from different cultures, from different places. So all of it can come to sustainability. Now the other thing is rule over all the living creatures. And it is a big task that we need to do in this. All the living creatures that are on the sea, how we taking care of it, how we are not contaminating their place where they live. And in my research, I found so many things happening in this area. But we need to take care of all the living creatures on the sea, all the living creatures that lives on the waters, like lakes, rivers, streams, and whatever. All those living creatures that lives on the water. So we need to take care of it and not contaminate and not create a disaster for them. So we need also to create and rule over all the living creatures on the ground. There are so many living creatures that are going to be extinguished soon or later, and many are not present anymore because of the not being good managers, or for not being good stewards of what is around us, because we lack that responsibility, we lack that purpose. But we need to learn back and how to take care of all the animals that are on the ground, and not only those who are beneficial to us, and also the others. We can learn to take care of it. And all the birds on the air, all the birds on the sky, we need to rule over them and help them to have a habitat, a safe haven, so they can continue multiplying, they can continue living, because all of them give us benefit. And we need to learn how to take care of them. So to be bird and not keep it caged or not keep it like in a prison. So that's the perspective that we need to learn. And if we learn all of these things, we can live in very harmonious landscape with space for everyone. We can receive the products from what the land produce in the healthy and natural way. We can get benefit from all of this food that's in abundance, that we can give away whatever we don't need to the rest of the people who are in need, or we can leave them for the animals to feast or to eat. So sustainable culture has to do with all of those ideas and a lot more. I don't want to make this video long, but I want to continue to be uploading more. If you like us, if you have the similar idea, if you like this perspective, please like us, follow us, share with others, so we can continue helping each other, helping with one another. So this is what I have for now. So now I will be expecting, or you can be expecting to share, to receive more videos in the future about sustainability. Thank you so much for this time, and I will be being in touch, and I'll be reconnecting more and doing more videos. Thank you. Have a nice day.